everyone. Welcome. My name is Carol Himelhoch of Himelhoch Department Store at himelhoch.com, and it is my pleasure to be here in the home of Daniel Cascardo and his dog.
Yes, you can tell my dog's here.
Daniel is our fashion partner, and we're very honored to partner with you, and so we thought that it would be a fun opportunity to learn more about Daniel and his work. So welcome.
Thank you. It's nice having you in my home and my barking dog.
Your
Sorry
beautiful
about that.
home in Huntington Woods, Michigan,
Yes,
by the way. So Daniel, can you tell me, I mean, as you will learn, he has this enormous talent. But first, can you tell me a little bit about your background and how the path led you to what you're doing now?
Okay, yeah. I'm a visual artist, and I've been creating artwork for most of my life, so about over 30 years. And I've touched into the fashion business in 1991. I had a line that I sold to J.C. Penney's, and I loved.
What was in your line?
It was a junior Missy line that I had leggings and tops. Active sportswear line, and I had two partners, and they were taking my images that I created and we printed it on the different body types, and that went pretty well, but the economy kind of sank in that time.
Yes it did. Yes it did.
And then the partners didn't quite work out, so I took the experience that I had and kind of went into developing my own brand of merchandise, but mostly stemming from the artwork that I create. So when you look around, you'll be able to see I work in abstract and expressionistic type of medium. So it translated well into fabric design. And so a few years back, I had a commission by a company called Turning Point. They work with abused women. And somebody on the board had a connection with True Religion Cosmetics, and they loved the piece and they loved the work, so they decided to license the image and print it on tote bags that were promotional products that they were giving out. When you bought the perfume, you would get a bag, a tote bag.
Do you have a sample of that?
Yeah, I have that right here. So
wow.
That was very exciting because it was a win-win for everybody.
It's like a canvas, a cotton canvas?
Yeah, the cotton canvas is pretty big and it has a True Religion logo in the back. The bags were actually selling better than the cosmetic, or better than the perfume.
Talk
People
about
were
the
asking.
inspiration for
So
this.
Turning Point, they work with abused women. And so I showed up at their place, and we were asking with a blank canvas, and then I was asking, well, what's Turning Point all about? And they were giving me things that I could depict their organization on. It was about freedom. So there's a woman driving a car with a scarf. You kind of picture driving down the road. So that's there.
Cool.
And butterflies representing freedom. And then there's a balance, and there's a teeter-totter type thing here, and the director there used to use one of those old-fashioned megaphones to talk to their employees, so that's there.
Yeah, how cute.
And then the dragon is on the bottom of the slate, so that's the slaying the dragons in their lives, whether it's abusive husband or drug addictions, that kind of thing, so that's there. And then the name of the piece is called Justice, so up here is an angel that has the Justice banner on it, and so it was
sign?
In the peace sign, peace. And then there was I do these interactive murals so that I incorporate people from all ages and backgrounds in the process of making the work.
Now, can you explain to people how you define an interactive mural?
Okay, so I can use this as an example. Is that I create a black and white line painting, and it'll depict either the organization's mission, or if it's a family, what they're interested in. Across the board, corporate team building type of thing, where you're doing inclusiveness or justice, whatever the mission is. So I'll create it in black and white, and then I'll ask people to add color patterns and shapes to the design. And this one here,
Kinda like old school coloring.
yeah, it's a coloring book.
with paint.
It's a coloring Cascardo. So
Yeah.
so it's a design that I created, and they're part of the energy and the excitement of the piece. So it's always
Yeah.
you know, it always has some kind of difference, uniqueness to it. Because
Do they decide what colors they want to
decide
use?
exactly what colors, and so if there's a blank white area, they might do patterns, and I worked with art students that actually did like little designs inside of the open space, and that's very interesting, and working with 10 to thousands of people. I've worked at Art Prize with thousands of people on a piece, and it's very exciting. But I wanted to point out that there was a little baby in the crowd, so they put the footprint on there, these little purple footprints.
Yes.
And this, of course, is not the size of the mural. The mural is like 5 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot, so this is reduced for the
for it to fit on the bag.
Yeah. So that inspired me to get right back into the handbag and apparel business.
Yes.
So I started to do these fine leather handbags with original hand painted designs, and these of course are not without anybody's involvement with it. It's completely my design and painting. I want to keep them exclusive, so there's only one of a kind. This one, once this is gone, it's gone, and then I want to, being an artist, I'm always
Creating
inspired by different things. So it might not be a leather tote bag, it might be something.
So this leather, you start with leather. Where does that come
This
from?
is actually from Florence, Italy.
Florence, Italy. Yes.
It's
So
a
let's
very
show the
nice
inside of the
hand.
bag too,
Yeah.
just to see how it has this wonderful inside.
It has a pouch inside.
Yeah.
And the feel is really
Oh,
nice.
it is so. It's
You can't
sturdy
beat
and
that
soft.
Italian leather.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
It's
going to
very
be
fine
doing
leather.
these.
And you actually literally paint.
Paint directly
What
on
kind of
it,
paint
and
do you
it's
use?
acrylic paint, so
Acrylic,
it's
yes.
very durable.
Yeah.
You want to just keep it kind of in. You don't want to beat it around too much, but I'll show you one that I did for my wife several years ago, and it's holding up pretty well. This she just loves, and this is another leather bag. It's not from Italy. Then there's the Cascardo logo.
Cascardo, yes.
So the durability is there, and the feel is there. And but again, they're all one of a kind, and so what you see is what you get. And my prices are very below reasonable for a unique one of a kind bag. I'm at $250. That's including shipping.
Yeah, and all fine Italian leather.
Right,
That's really remarkable.
Right. So that might change as as things go on.
The economy and the policies are
Yeah,
changing, and that affects how you're able to price things, of course.
And I'm happy to partner with you. It's a very prestigious organization. Yes.
We were honored to partner with you.
Thanks. Yes.
Well, can we tour around and see some more of your work? Where should we start?
You can come right next to me here and look at this abstract piece. So again, it's like I love color and patterns and shapes and movement. And this one doesn't really have a title, but abstract, but it has depth to it. It's one of my favorites because I was using like a textured paint in some of the areas, so it can go deep. And the idea, there goes my dog, is that every time you look at it, you might see something different and pull it out. And I always look at it, and you see bird eyes.
Oh my gosh, that's happening to me. Sort of like, what is it, like a Rorschach?
Or Where's Waldo? In
Where's
contemporary
Waldo?
So this I really
It really happens. I start seeing different things as I stare at it.
And I've taken that concept into the apparel, into the fabric design too. Is that I want each piece to be unique, and even if you look at it or the way it's cut and the patterns are positioned, it'll be different. And so every garment will have its unique look to it.
I love your colors too.
Thank you.
And they all just come together. They're so. It makes you feel good to look at them.
That's what I hear. I mean, I enjoy it, and of course, I have them in my house. So if I didn't like them, I wouldn't hang them.
Right.
Well, coming in this area, so the essence of my work is black and white. So because when you do black and white, it's only it's there. That's what it is. You get what you get. The more you add color to it, it can go in a billion different directions. So it can you can add warm or cool tones, and so like these pieces here is just playing with black and white and getting characters. My background's in animation.
I was gonna say, I
see
if you can get a close up of that, Steve.
In my work, and this is just one color.
So can you share some of the characters that are in here? Can you talk about some?
It's all from my imagination, and at one time I was doodling and trying to see how many doodles you can get out. I did thousands and thousands of doodles, and it's just basically whatever comes to mind. So I'm the opposite of the photorealist. I don't look at things and try to copy them. I really want them to come from my imagination and
that's remarkable.
So that's that.
Yeah, the creative process.
This is kind of a first for everybody, because I just did this for Berkeley High School's prom. It was called Prompalooza. It was again one of those interactive murals. So
wow, they did a great job for their piece, didn't they?
Well, this is the finished piece.
Okay.
So you've seen the process is I do the black and white, they add on, and then I take it back to the studio and I really tighten it up. I give it dimension, and the essence of what they did is still here. The colors that they chose are there. I just tighten them up. I tighten up the black line, and sometimes they'll put things that I'll leave in there if they're. This one was really for 800 kids. It actually turned out really,
you gotta be kidding me!
And
wow.
then I let them sign the back of it. I don't know if you can see here.
Isn't that
students.
something?
So when they come back, they'll be able to see the work that they did during their prom.
What a special experience for them.
Thanks.
For those kids.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They really enjoyed it. So it's here. That's getting picked up tomorrow, actually, or Thursday. So
wow.
Facebook Live is the first to see it.
All right. Well, I don't want to handle it in a way that you don't want me to.
And then just going back to the black and white. These are things.
I like your red signature at the bottom.
Yeah, that's kind of my trademark signature, and my hat that I'm not wearing right now. But I wear this Fez hat that I've been wearing since 1991. Don't ask me why. It just became my uniform.
Well,
so when I'm painting,
fun how things evolve, right?
Yes. But these black and white abstracts are really my passion. I love just the spontaneity and the movement. Free. People look at it and they just want to dance. They see it and then again,
it almost does have a frequency to it.
Got that rhythm to it. And,
it does.
And then
you can almost see like piano keys or
you're catching things
around
here. And then so this one, I don't know. I did it probably about 3 years ago, and I'm looking at it because it's right here in the house, and I noticed that my name was in there. Besides the Cascardo.
Really?
Can you see it? Can anybody see it? They'll get a prize. And of course, it's Daniel Cascardo, but Daniel is 3 different words: Dan, Danny, or Daniel.
Let's see.
It might take too long.
Something.
Yeah, you're close. You're close.
Like there's the.
You're getting there. You give up?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so there's a D.
Okay.
A.
Oh yes.
N. Y.
Oh, Danny. Yeah. How cool is that?
Unintentional, just subliminal, and it's in there. But now I can't. Now
that's all you see.
It.
That's all you see when you.
That's all I see.
And what is this?
I always have little creatures.
Yeah, little creature crawling around there.
Some people say they see a Mayan or Aztec
feel
or tribal feel.
Yeah, it does kind of have that feel to it.
And even the bags I have neoglyph or new hieroglyphic is kind of the term that I coined as.
I like that. That seems to really represent it well.
So we can continue all over the place.
Please.
We can go back. This piece here was actually, we had a foreign exchange student in our house from China, and she created this piece as a gift to my wife and I and family.
Beautiful.
Isn't it
great?
Wow.
Different than my style.
Yeah, but it's still very beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Wow.
And then here's another of the black and white. Again, it's the movement.
Yes.
You know, the Jackson Pollock.
It is.
A little bit of that going on,
yeah.
and then again, freestyle. You can never replicate that, and that's the beauty of it. So like realism, people can replicate it. You know, to get this drip here, it'd be kind of hard, you know. And I just like that freedom.
That's amazing, though, that you can be free like that and have this as the outcome.
I mean, some people, you know, they just like, how do you let yourself go and do that? And I feel very natural doing it. But I'll teach a class. I just taught a workshop at College for Creative Studies.
Yeah.
In expressionistic painting and like Jackson Pollock type
Yeah.
thing. And again, it's just giving them the opportunity to let themselves, you know, express themselves through paint. And you'll be amazed how everybody has it in them. They just
Do you
kinda
feel
like
like you're
to-
almost in a meditative zone when you're
Yes,
doing this?
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's very therapeutic, and I found that, and I read somewhere too, that art in general is just is great for your balance, your mental health balance. You know, there's
They talk about art therapy and
therapy
yeah.
and healing arts and
Yeah.
stuff, and I really feel it, but we don't give ourselves permission
No,
to express
our
ourselves.
society kind of goes against a lot of the, I don't know if the term is right brain or creative.
They do,
We're
and
supposed to always be so rational.
Right.
Yeah,
it has
we
to make
shut down
sense,
that
you
side.
know, and
Yeah.
I did a TEDx talk on how I noticed when teaching kids, like when they're young and like in kindergarten and first grade and second grade, they're very expressive, and you'll tell them to do something and they just have fun doing it. But as they get older, like in third grade,
Yeah.
they start to question themselves because people from the outside are questioning. Well, what is that? Well, is that that doesn't look like an eye or whatever,
Yeah.
and it really shuts them down.
It certainly
And then,
does.
30, 40, 50, 60 years later, they still have that perception that they're not good at
And
creating.
so then people have to work to overcome that and undo all that damage.
And that's where yoga comes in,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and breathing, and I find that just giving them the opportunity to express themselves with paints or music or dance,
Yeah.
you can tap back into that inner child that we all have.
Yeah.
So I hope that's what my work represents, my paintings, my clothing, my handbags.
Yeah, and there is something that just makes you feel uplifted around your work and
Thank
your
you.
bags. And,
Thank you. I do get a lot of compliments like that. They say it makes me feel good. It makes me want to dance when they see the
Yeah.
Okay, good. So there's good in it.
Yeah, so you're really doing something for people in addition to expressing what is inside of you.
Right.
And that you have the gift that you've been somehow that creative side wasn't repressed in you, so
Right.
that you're able.
I was
to
given the
help
opportunity to do it. But
Yeah.
very supportive family, and my
Yeah.
wife is very supportive, and the people that I've done work for, just very encouraging.
I love it. Is there anything else you'd like to show us? or-
Just keep an eye on everything I get.
Yeah.
Well, and here we can walk this way. I don't know. My wife's gonna be like, "What? Take him around the house."
Well, your house is beautiful.
Thank
so.
you. This is a piece that's part of my collection online. It's called Coral Reef, and it's not. I don't have them in hand. You could buy totes with this design on it. And this was inspired by diving in Bermuda, so I was able to just capture in my mind the beautiful colors and the sea life and that was going on, like 30 feet underwater. And you can see fish
Yes,
here.
yes.
And then I don't know if you had the opportunity to dive.
Scuba.
Scuba.
I mean, snorkel.
Snorkeling.
Snorkel.
Yeah. This
yeah.
was a scuba, which we spent a little bit more time down there, and it really influenced my work quite a bit. Just knowing that nature is the best teacher. There's
Isn't
so
it
much
just?
out there that's
Yeah.
that's inspiring, and so this piece I really enjoy, and it kind of combines the black line plus the abstract
Yes.
colors that I work
They're
with.
just stunning. And even some, like the bronze.
Yeah,
and
the metallic.
the metallic, yeah.
That's why I said keep an eye on, because there might be a material that I play with during the time. Yep, and the knots.
Yeah, that's
and we're up
really
close
cool.
to it.
Right.
From a distance, you kind of even get another perspective.
Yeah, even here in the green, it's got a little bit of a metallic.
Yes. And again, this was done by me. It's not, I encourage my interactive mural people to kind of go in this direction where they're adding patterns and shapes on top of color. And
Yeah.
they'll
I love it. The little
it's
coral
like,
there.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah, and here. Oh, it's wonderful.
Thank you. Thanks.
Wonderful.
So then, all right, we'll walk this way. Again, they're different subject matters. Here's another one that was done live at an event.
Wow.
So I showed up with a blank canvas and then created this
You're
piece.
kidding. Wow.
And
In front of all these people.
In front of people, yeah, and I do that once in a while. It's fun because I'm all about like the energy and being in the moment.
Yeah.
Because this will never be replicated again. It was where I was at that time and what I was thinking. And there was fashion going on. There's a shoe here.
Yes, I love it.
It was kind of the model face and stuff. But
Yeah. Huh. Remarkable.
you kind of get an idea of the style. This one is, again, the black and white.
Oh,
This piece. Sorry. The lighting probably is not that great here, but again, you'll see different images. You almost see that same character that was in that one painting.
Yeah,
kind of a dragon.
Yes,
type thing. A lot of people see eyes.
In
all my pieces, they're seeing the
So
eyes.
the dragon looks like a friendly dragon.
He's friendly, unless it's in the one that was slayed.
Yeah, right. Right, that one.
Yeah. But I saw like the Pontiac logo, the Pontiac Indian. I kind of see that there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always something.
Wow.
That
eye there. Yeah.
And I see the floral type things going on. And so
Wonderful.
this is one of the older pieces that I did back in
That's really
back in
cool.
the 80s. So again, you see the freestyle movement that was going on, and I was doing this series of it was called
For your clothing
Color
line?
in Motion.
Yeah. Okay.
Before the clothing line. So the clothing line was more. It was called Tattoons. So it was cartoons and tattoos kind of combined. So it was very graphic characters and stuff that were on there, and I wanted to kind of redo it because now my daughters have been wearing them. Why don't you do it again? I'm like, this is 29 years old.
Things,
you know,
it's
it might
about
retro
time.
and,
30 to 40 years is when the trends
when it
circle
comes back. Oh,
back.
really? Is that see? So I'm alive to see it again.
Yeah.
But this one's interesting because I was so particular. Every piece in there was outlined in black ink. So I don't know if you can see it, but if you look close,
yes, I can.
so I had this
very
freedom,
fine.
but it was very controlled
fine,
too.
yeah.
So I wanted, I
What
kind
an
of had,
interesting
it was like
balance.
there's this thing. Now I don't do the black line because it would take me
Yeah.
forever and ever and now.
And it might constrain the freedom a little bit too.
And people, the people that have these pieces, they really enjoy, and they're non-threatening. They're something that they can put in their house and they just can look at it over and over.
Oh, that is fabulous.
All right,
Love
we'll give
it.
you one more piece, and that's again in the fish.
Oh, love it.
This is my.
Right on the mantle here, over the mantle.
Yeah, this is my. What did I call this one? I forgot now, but yeah, it's a black and white again. I get using the color, using the stark contrast of black and white is what I enjoy.
Wow. I see like a face a little bit. Yeah, it changes. It changes.
I think it's called Sea Life, SEE. So
this is a fish here.
Fish here. There's it's kind of like
Fish there. There's your little
dragon.
Looks like,
there's something going on.
You know.
And there's an eye up in the corner.
Oh yeah.
But the
watching
beauty is
you.
like having these paintings. Then when it's created into fabric and put it on a design, or something that somebody can wear, that has another dimension to it too.
So that we've got the handbags, the totes, and of course totes for the summer are a big fashion trend right
going
now.
on right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you also could put those onto other clothing pieces.
Yeah,
Do you have any visions for what that might
Well,
be?
on my site, I have other things that I've been playing with is leggings and tops.
Yeah, the leggings
and bathing suits.
Yeah. Yes.
Some
yeah,
t-shirts.
stunning for
I'm trying to right now. They're print on demand type things. So the order and they're printed. I'm trying to do in-house printing.
Yeah.
Where I can have more control.
Oh, absolutely.
Of
not relying on the quality.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's always a challenge, and
yes, it's
but
very challenging.
but Detroit is really working on trying to get the through Isaac rather, trying to get the sewing and the garment construction business.
I'm keeping an eye on it. It's like the prices have to kind of
I know.
Work with us, and we'll see how it goes. But
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point we will wrap it up for today.
Okay, well,
but it's been such
pleasure having you in my home.
Thank you for giving us the tour and
welcome.
giving our Facebook friends
You're
and
welcome.
followers the tour. And I just can't praise your work enough.
Thank you.
And it's such an honor to have your work at Himelhoch. And please check out some of his beautiful Italian leather hand-painted tote bags.
Yes,
So,
please.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great
All right,
day.
you too. Bye.